Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video reaction, and today we are doing our first Robin Williams movie. This was a Patreon request by my lovely Patreon Heather, and she requested Patch Adams. I haven't reacted to any Robin Williams on this channel. Obviously, I am a fan of Robin Williams, as I assume most of us are. I know nothing about the movie, so yet again, I'm jumping into a film completely blind. Hopefully this is a good one. You know Robin Williams is gonna give us the comedy, but he's also gonna give us the sentimental scenes and performance, so I am super excited to see what this movie is about. Before we jump into it though, let me give a special shout out to my lovely Patreons. March of France, I Like to Stay Home, Nettles, Heather, Mama Cat Berry Switch, Archangel, Irene AK, and Chuck Love. Thank you guys so much for being patrons of the channel. Your support is always appreciated. And with that being said, let's jump into Patch Adams, guys. Let's go. By the way, this movie came out in 1998, which is the best year in the world's existence, because that's the year that I was born. So this better be a good movie, because it's representing the best year on earth, so... How much music impacts the way we view something? Like that previous shot with a different composition, different music would have been the start to the opening to a horror film. If they just added a different soundtrack to it. But now, because it has this melancholic music, it looked beautiful.
I would find the right path, but in the most unlikely place.
What is he suffering from? Like, so I'm guessing suffering from mental illness of some sort.
How many fingers do you see?
You crazy
Four.
Four.
I mean, 5.
Another idiot.
Is there any way I could have my own room?
Oh, absolutely. Just call the concierge and ask for a suite overlooking the fountain. No, I prefer the cabana room. Get some sleep.
You're a lot fuzzier than my last roommate.
Keeps me warm.
Traitor! You brought on witches! Will you open the door?
Yeah, that's not gonna help him.
And when your father died, how did that make you feel?
I don't know, I was 9.
What type of question? I was elated.
It was like
I was so happy.
there's this distinction suddenly between you and the rest of the world, but it wasn't like it was before. My uncle
Yeah,
helped
this professional is really not acting in a professional manner.
and I thought,
Is he even listening?
if I could light my own farts, I could fly to the moon, or at least Uranus. I could use my penis as a pogo stick, and that might be a way of getting around.
Yes.
Trying to see if he's actually listening.
Yes, well, I think you're
She's
making
not.
fine progress, Hunter. We'll talk later. in
Right,
group.
right.
Thank you. D. Arthur Mendelsohn?
Ran Beaton Industries. Guy was one of the most innovative minds of our time. Look at him now. He can't even count the windows.
She still has his strength.
Why is he
On that.
Cramped.
I think he has a question.
Is that Alan Tudyk?
Hunter, making fun of a man's infirmity?
Maybe he does have a question.
Maybe he knows why we're cramped.
Yeah, that is Alan Tudyk.
Maybe Beanie knows a lot more than we give him credit for.
Beanie! Beanie! Where's the ceiling?
That's enough. Stop it.
Where do the birds fly, Beanie?
How do you say hello to Hitler?
Oh, Jesus!
Hitler, say hello.
Comes away on referee. Say field goal.
Hey, Beanie!
That's a way to make something positive out of the situation, though. I hope Beanie doesn't actually mind.
It was a really good session, I thought.
May I come in?
If you bend your medial collateral ligaments, place one talus in front of another, I don't see where you'd have a problem.
Fingers. What's the answer?
Oh, you're another one of those bright young fellows who always know the right answer, huh?
An innovator.
How many do you see?
There are 4 fingers, Arthur.
No. Look at me. You're focusing on the problem. If you focus on the problem, you can't see the solution. Never focus on the problem. Look at me. Look beyond the fingers. How many do you see?
Ah, 8.
8. 8. See what everyone else chooses not to see. Out of fear, conformity, laziness. See the whole world anew each day. Now, the truth is, you're well on the way. You didn't see something here besides a crazy, bitter old man. You wouldn't have come in the first place.
Damn right.
You fixed my cup. I'll see you around. Patch.
Patch. Because you patched it.
Go to the bathroom.
Go. It's right over there, 15 feet away.
But
What? The squirrels? How many?
there's only one just now. They're squirrels. Squirrels, Rudy. They're one of the most amiable creatures on the planet. Oh, no, they're not. On the list of hostile predators, they're right above the bottom, just above baby chicks and slugs. There's one! At the end of the bed! Bang! No, they're going across the sprinkler! By the door! By the door! By the door! By the door! Get me out of the bathroom!
I love this.
I think it's safe to go to the bathroom, Rudy. Come on. No, it's too risky. No, not when you have this. A bazooka. Yeah. Let's do
What a good job he's doing, man. Is that gonna be his calling in life? Treating patients like this?
I'm leaving.
And have you thought about what you'll do?
I want to help people.
Right.
Last night with Rudy, I connected to another human being.
That's what I do.
But you suck at it. You really look at people when they're talking.
Thank you.
I want to really listen to people.
So did you went to university? Become a psychiatrist?
Aren't you a little old to be starting medical school?
You know, Babe Ruth was 39 when he joined the Yankees.
No, he wasn't.
You're right. But I could really use an example like that, and if you ever find one, please let me know.
Awarded the William F. Thompson.
He was in Hunger Games.
Gonna make doctors out of you.
Mulan? He didn't buy it.
2 years of studying,
Doesn't
I
seem
thought
like
we had
it.
more contact with patients, didn't you? I'm Patch. You've just experienced a North American greeting, whereby one person offers a verbal label to another as an expression of welcome and friendship.
Please, pass the word. I'm not here to date. I am not here to flirt. I'm here to study.
I thought only I could repel women with that kind of raw efficiency.
Well, you just met your match. Nice to meet you, Truman. Will you go out with me?
Oh, he wasn't joking.
Can I ask you one question? I mean, that whole drill sergeant thing, like, we're gonna make doctors out of you medical scum. Now drop down, give me 20. I want to help. I want to connect with people. A doctor interacts with people at their most vulnerable. He offers treatment, but he also offers counsel and hope. That's why I love the idea of being a doctor.
It's as if we're conditioned by programmed responses.
That's true.
We kinda are,
alter the program
if you think
response
about
just
it.
by changing some of the conditions, altering the parameters. Let me show you.
Yesterday, I made 12 random phone calls. I talked to one man named Dale for 3 hours. He told me amazing things, Truman.
What does this all prove other than you're out of your mind?
Truman, what's the difference between a doctor and a scientist? And don't say salary. If you want to become a doctor, we have to learn to treat the patient as well as the disease. That's why we have to dive into people. Wade into the sea of humanity, Truman.
He isn't necessarily just wanting to be a psychiatrist, just a doctor in general. Because if you want to be a psychiatrist, like, That's the essence of it, isn't it? Oh. Are these actual like cancer patients that they had for this scene?
Is my nose red? Oh, it is. It's red.
This is so adorable, bro. Seeing people like actually give a shit,
Mind if I sit up?
even if it's just in a movie, it's just awe-inspiring. Like a lot of times, just motivating, you know. Be very interested to know how much of this is improv on his part. Did they just tell him like go in the room and just go crazy?
What is going on here?
The nose.
Passion to be a doctor, Hunter. Patch. Truth of it is, Hunter, passion doesn't make doctors. I make doctors. Understood?
Understood.
It's my hospital. I know everything that goes on inside of it.
Please.
What if a doctor becomes emotionally involved with a patient? What is wrong with that? Does a doctor explode? No. Who came up with these rules? It's against the Hippocratic Oath, I think.
I don't really have time for this.
What is her problem?
And I'm on to witness.
Okay, maybe she's just thinking that he's just desperately trying to make a move on her, and she's not interested. I can see it due to that.
But that's not relevant.
53 students, there are 8 women. 8. I've had to work really hard to get here, and I'm gonna have to work even harder to stay here. And I'm not about to blow it by wasting my time on your flighty theories of goodness. I'm here to learn about medicine. Period.
Okay, I guess I can excuse her uptightness.
Running away. A boner. I am a boner.
Okay, that does border in the lines of sexual harassment. I'm not gonna lie.
The hospital will cover all of your bills. Any other questions? My name is Dr. Phil.
That was good.
I'll be your surgeon.
That was good.
Oh, there you are. Looks like you didn't need that study group after all.
Well, it's no 98, but I'm still here. Oh, this completely disrupts my point of view. It was so much more convenient thinking of you as an idiot.
Hey, don't count me out yet. I want to show you something that's extraordinary.
An enema bulb?
It used to be. This amazing piece of rubber, when applied to your face, can brighten another person's day. Try it on.
No, thank you.
I want you to try it on and help me. You don't laugh. I'll never see it again. But if you do, you have to help me.
You didn't say anything about a mirror.
Who do you think you look like?
Carl Malden? You cheated.
You can take the nose off now.
So what's the favor?
Jumbo incoming! Lion wanna!
Who's that? It's nothing. Should I go check? I said it's nothing.
Oh, so still let them in? Good on here.
Almost as good as the real thing. One last safari. That's all I wanted. Thank you, Truman. Both of you. That was wonderful.
An entire pool full of noodles.
How are you gonna do that?
Poodle.
I'd better go hit the thorax as well, so.
I have a crush on you. Can't believe I just blurted that out.
Isn't she a little young for him? I mean, hey, she's fine with it.
Tell me what it is you think you're doing.
In
the American Journal of Medicine has found that laughter increases secretion of catecholamines and endorphins, which in turn increases oxygenation of the blood, relaxes the arteries, speeds up the heart, decreases blood pressure, which has a positive effect on all cardiovascular and respiratory ailments.
Look at laughter and what it brings.
Perhaps we should be suspicious of the level of your grades.
What are you saying? I'm cheating?
Your scores among the top in your class, yet you never seem to study.
She's just that brilliant.
Your classmates don't seem to think so.
You told Walcott I cheated. I know you did it. Just tell me why.
Look, cut the crap, Hunter. I live with you. I know how much you study, or I should say don't study. And you do better than me.
Bitch! You just suck. She's brilliant.
Is it because your father was a doctor and his father was a doctor? Some sort of genetic thing?
You're damn right.
Really?
I grew up with it.
This is serious business.
She looked like she had a punchable face. Ugh. This type of people, man. It's the hairdo.
You know, I forget how young you are, Mitch. That you think that you have to be a prick to get things done. And that you actually think that that's a new idea.
Yeah, think about that.
It's a hospital. And people are suffering
And what's
dying.
like,
We're all dying, Truman.
they should be miserable, even if it's their last days. Should they be miserable?
That
through
means
them?
improving the quality of life, not just delaying death.
Lay low for a while.
Maybe you're right.
Oh, he's gonna go the extra mile.
Preview of coming attractions. First, death. To die. To expire.
Okay, at that point, I would think that this guy is mocking me. I'm not gonna lie.
Dead as a doornail. Dead as a herring.
To check out.
To shuffle off this mortal coil.
To head for the happy hunting ground.
To blink for an exceptionally long period of time.
There, over there. Yeah.
Let's check out the maternity ward. You know those chicks put out.
Follow me in.
Just beautiful. It's beautiful.
Come on in.
How did he make this? How did he put it together without nobody knows?
Get him in my office now. You could give me an airtight reason to throw you the hell out of here.
Why am I such a threat to you, sir?
Because what you want is for us to get down there on the same level as our patients.
The same level as our patients?
Buddy system. You think for 1 minute that I will further tolerate your blatant disregard of the bylaws of this? What are you smiling at? Is this all a big joke?
He's looking past the problem. You're the problem.
Hunter, please answer me. Stop laughing. Truman, I see you. State your name. Who the hell are you? Who are you? I hurt my ankle. Somebody get somebody, please.
Yeah, leave him. Leave him by his miserable self.
You know, you could have saved yourself a lot of trouble and just asked me out.
But for the first time in my life, I forgot about my own problems. It was an incredible high.
Helping people does give you incredible high.
Good night.
This is a great night. You know?
The government needs to pay for health insurance.
It's complicated. Health insurance companies are why prices got so high in the first place.
So what do we do?
Yeah, what the hell is the answer?
Don't hurt your ankle.
You're right.
Basically. Such a despicable system, man.
Over here, look. Kind of let them blur. Tell me the first thing you see.
Something with the nose.
Okay, now imagine that's a building with a nose. A free hospital.
A free hospital.
You're totally
And this is a true story.
It'll have like slides.
Did he manage to build this?
Game
Down, I can't
Please
write
tell me
it.
that he managed to create this.
We'll use humor to heal pain and suffering. I'm really starting to love the back of your head.
The idea is a fantastic idea. Although again, I completely understand like the point of view of somebody who's like, I'm just looking to get a well-paying job.
Can you tell how many fingers I'm holding up?
Look past the problem. What is he gonna think of? Oh, they're going to the Evil Dead cabin. I see.
Natural forest. 7 streams, 2 waterfalls. This is it. The future site of the Gesundheit Institute.
This is yours.
Well, not yet. But it will be soon.
You're gonna buy this amount of land with what money? This is the Evil Dead cabin. Literally.
Our new home.
No, this is the Evil Dead cabin.
You're in. What do you think?
This is his. The land, the cottage. Setting a spar on. Till we can purchase it.
Huh?
Mr. Mendelsohn, I realize that under the terms of your commitment...
Anything about proctology yet, Patch?
A little bit.
Good. Take care of this asshole for me, will you?
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, that's all it needs.
Hey!
Some patches, some fixes, community work. Community work. What? No, they have barbecues. The fact that this is based on a true story makes me happy, man. Somebody somewhere actually did this.
I only have one arm. Gesundheit.
Heard about this place, and I thought maybe I would get some, maybe I'd talk to somebody because my thoughts,
Crazy.
Anybody call for a doctor in here? Let's try this right now. There, look at that there. Hey, thank you.
I didn't get your name.
Larry.
Larry.
Hi, Larry. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you. What are you passionate about, Larry? What excites you?
I like to read.
I love to read. What do you like to read? Who's your favorite author?
Kazantzakis.
Kazantzakis? Look at us, we're everywhere.
I've seen Larry in the ER before.
He's weird.
I'm weird. If we don't show him compassion, who will?
Look at it. Whoa, they really turned this place around.
God, Patch, it's amazing. Just what you've done with this place, you know?
For real.
What are we?
Patch, my entire life, men have been attracted to me. My entire life.
She got abused sexually as a child, she means.
I envied them so much. No matter what they were before, no matter what happened to them, they could just hide away and turn into these beautiful creatures that could fly away completely untouched. I hated men so much. I wanted nothing to do with them. Then I met you. The way that you help people, Patch. The changes I see in everybody that's around you.
There's really no bigger gift in life to be able to have. To be able to change people's lives for the better.
I love you.
You scared me.
I was watching you sleep.
Okay, Edward.
I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you straight.
Or Swaz to treat him, I had to wrap his arm in his own belt. We have no iodine. We don't even have any gauze, for God's sakes.
There's an entire supply room at the hospital.
Watch it. Shut up!
They're literally stealing from the hospital, bro. They could go to jail for this.
Well, I'm not doing too well. It would help if I could talk to somebody. Okay.
Larry? Larry? Are you okay? This house is amazing. Is it yours?
It's my father's. He left it to me. Here, let me take your jacket.
Why am I getting a weird vibe from Larry?
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Can't stay very long.
I can see he's cutting himself.
What you were doing.
Yeah, you're right. And we don't want to be late.
What happened to her? Do we know? Does anybody know where she's at?
Something happened last night.
Oh no.
Corinne Fisher was murdered. She was with Larwood Silver. Shotgun involved, and he turned the gun on himself. Jesus Christ, Patch, I'm sorry. I know she was a friend.
And he told him like he was weird. And he reassured her. I was not expecting this twist at all. That was a heavy twist, man. This is a true story too. Just when I was so glad that this was based on a true story, now I'm sad that this is based on a true story. Should have known the minute he walked up to the house, man, and heard him playing the piano. Who does that?
I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride. Your hand on my chest is my hand. So close that when you close your eyes. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Man.
Can't disband, you know that, right? What about our patients? What do we tell them?
They'll manage. Managed before.
God, you're being so self-indulgent. This has been your vision, but we all built this place, and it belongs to all of us. I've dedicated every spare moment I have to assisting you in what I believe is a pure and a good purpose. You've always told us, stop it!
Always told you what? People are good. Trust people? Ha! You know, Truman, in all of God's creations, only human beings kill their own species. She knew there was something dangerous about Larry. I didn't see it.
Pat, why are you being like this?
Because I killed her, Truman. I taught her the medicine that killed her.
What a subject they're touching here, man. This subject that they're touching on here is so heavy. It's literally like, at what point does ultimate self-sacrifice for other people and caring so much about helping people at this level? How feasible is it actually? And how human nature really like puts obstacles in that actually happening?
I visited her room every day for the last 3 weeks. I can't get her to eat.
Yeah, I could do it. We both know you wouldn't stop me. So answer me, please. Tell me what you're doing. You create man. Man suffers enormous amounts of pain. Man dies. Maybe you should have had just a few more brainstorming sessions prior to creation.
Karen? Did he build here the pool?
Walk right out of here this very instant. Why? Everything will be delineated in your letter of dismissal. Why? You don't fit in. Make the patients and everyone else around you uncomfortable.
I make you.
Exactly.
Well, you can make this into a personal issue if you'd like.
Mission. You can't just go in there and take your own file.
Just did.
Your marks are basically perfect. You've got to be near the top of the class.
Excessive happiness.
Actually says you're excessively happy? I mean, what does that mean? Isn't that good?
Do you have any idea what Wolcott has on you? How'd you get these?
Don't ask.
You'll just have to get their focus on your high marks and off of this.
I'm screwed, aren't I?
They're a panel of doctors. Just think of them as your peers. And get a suit.
I'm still like upset with the way Karen died. Just, I'm glad how quickly he managed to like regain his ambition and his willing to live
Been accused of
and
practicing
help.
medicine without a license.
Is not a doctor someone who helps someone else? When did the term doctor get treated with such reverence as, oh, right this way, Dr. Smith, or, excuse me, Dr. Scholes, what wonderful foot pads? At what point in history did a doctor become more than a trusted and learned friend who visited and treated the ill?
That's a good question.
Caring for them, listening to them, applying a cold cloth until a fever breaks. If this is practicing medicine, if this is treating a patient, then I am guilty as charged, sir.
What if one of your patients had died?
What's wrong with death, sir? What are we so mortally afraid of? Why can't we treat death with a certain amount of humanity and dignity and decency and, God forbid, maybe even humor? If we're gonna fight a disease, let's fight one of the most terrible diseases of all, indifference. Now outside your schools, a doctor's mission should be not just to prevent death, but also to improve the quality of life. Treat a disease, you win, you lose. You treat a person, I guarantee you'll win, no matter what the outcome.
Mr. Adams, please turn and
Don't
address
wait
the
till
board.
you're on the ward to get your humanity back. Start your interviewing skills now. Start talking to strangers. Talk to your friends. Talk to wrong numbers. Talk contagious.
Mr. Adams, I demand that you turn and address the board.
Sir, I want to be a doctor with all my heart. I've shared the lives of patients and staff members at the hospital. I've laughed with them. I've cried with them. This is what I want to do with my life. Now, you have the ability to prevent me from graduating. You can keep me from getting the title and the white coat. But you can't control my spirit, gentlemen. You can't keep me from learning. You can't keep me from studying. The way I'll probably still be viewed as a thorn. But I promise you one thing. I am a thorn that will not go away.
Is that all?
I hope not, sir.
I mean, either way, as he said, the decision is not gonna stop him.
Hunter Adams, what we believe is necessary to earn the patient's trust and respect.
He's the only one that gained the patient's
You
trust,
openly accuse
trust and
us
respect
of adhering
out
to
of all of you.
time-honored practice. We find no fault in your attempts to improve the quality of life around you. Your grades are among the highest in your class, and therefore we find no merit in the decision to block your graduation.
Good decision. And an obvious decision too.
Along with your crass and Dean Walcott, in the future, I think matters like this could best be solved if you yourself would practice a little excessive happiness.
Dr. Hunter Patch Adams.
I like that he has kept it like as a middle name.
Good to see you finally decided to conform.
More than you know, sir.
Okay, this is super interesting now. During the next 12 years, Patch Adams opened a home-based family medical practice and treated more than 15,000 people without payment, malpractice insurance, or formal facilities. A home-based, so basically he did what he was doing. And construction of the Jesundite Hospital is currently underway. Okay, so this was in 1998, so was it built? To date, a waiting list of over 1,000 physicians have offered to leave their current practices and join in Patch's cause. That's brilliant. It definitely took a turn that I wasn't expecting with Karen's death, but I'm glad that it didn't derail Patch's vision and purpose in life for too long. Robin, as usual, like delivered a performance that, as I said, like captured both the jubilant side of his character, but also the heavy stuff, the darker stuff, the real stuff. Even in that practice, even in what he's preaching, like majority of it is not just gonna be like rainbows and butterflies and jokes Like you're dealing with actual like illnesses and people who are actually suffering. You really need to deal with stuff like death, as he dealt with in the movie. I'm looking up the band's Gesundheit institution, and it says fees from the 1998 movie, the movie that we just watched, made it possible to build 3 beautiful buildings in preparation for the big buildings we want for the hospital. They actually gave the money to the actual Patch Adams for his endeavor, the money that they made, or some money at least that they made from this film, which is better than nothing. I mean, if you're gonna use his story. In 2006, they launched the Ithaca Free Clinic, bringing into life key aspects of Adams' vision. From what I'm reading here, like, the Ithaca Free Clinic has been like what has cumulated in Patch Adams' efforts, right? Which, you know, maybe it doesn't operate completely non-profit, you know, isn't completely free maybe. The Ithaca Health Alliance is a community-based healthcare cooperative based in Ithaca, New York. It incorporates financial and service assistance models to alleviate healthcare costs for its members. Okay, so it alleviates healthcare costs, so it isn't just a completely free hospital. I mean, let's be real, the United States weren't gonna let any of that fly at any point. So it's nice to see that at least like his efforts haven't been in vain, right? To this day, I just looked it up, and like the Gesundheit Institute still operates. I'm at the website right now, and it's just great to see. The film itself tackled so many topics, specifically, in my opinion, in terms of not just the enjoyment of life, it also touched a lot on morality. And they specified it in like doctors' morality, I guess, how they treat patients, how they view them, right? Do they view them as hills to conquer, in a sense? Like, does a doctor view a patient with a rare form of cancer or a disease and is thinking, oh, if I'm able to cure that person, then my name would be more known, or I would have made an advancement in my field, rather than just, oh, I've cured a human being, I've cured the person. Whereas someone like Patch Adams would only care about not even necessarily curing the person. I mean, if possible, that would be ideal, but as he said, like, making that person's life not miserable, right? And, you know, I never really thought of it in that way specifically. And this is so true. This is completely true. And you really notice this if you have experience with somebody close to you, and you've seen them in and out of hospitals all the time. If you've been in that situation and you've seen it for your own eyes, because I have, the quality of life is not good, and it's literally, in most cases, most severe cases, just prolonging death, prolonging existence. What are you really achieving by prolonging a person's last moments? But that person is just in constant misery and pain. Everybody around them is in constant misery. What's really the point of that? Right? Whereas if the focus was, yes, we're also gonna help them medically, but putting in effort in making the life of that person as humane as possible. I see a lot more benefits in that than just what usually happens, which they are literally treated as just cargo a lot of the time. Patch Adams found other ways to make that living experience better. So that's the main thing that really stuck with me. You know, as I said in the reaction, like, it's awe-inspiring at times. Seeing somebody care, genuinely give a fuck this much about people, makes you wanna do better, you know? Great movie, Heather. Really appreciate this recommendation. I almost feel like I needed to see this. It was also like bittersweet, just the whole premise. Also that the character had suicidal tendencies. Again, knowing Robin Williams and how he passed. how he lived for a lot of his life. I think I could tell that like this performance and this role meant a lot to Robin Williams himself. I'm sure the character spoke to him in so many different ways. He probably, without putting this on him, but I'm guessing it's very possible that he saw parallels between Patch Adams and his life as well. Because you know that line about laughter and the medical actual curative nature of laughter. I'm sure that spoke a lot to Robin Williams himself. But yeah, guys, this was great. Once again, Heather, thank you for the recommendation, and thank you guys so much for joining me in another video. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.